Hi, I'm Chef Rob Endelman, and I'm going to show you how to make a great one-dish meal, a turkey, bean, and vegetable chili. It's really simple to make, and the best thing, it'll serve a lot of people. The first thing we're going to do to get our chili going is cook the turkey, and we need a little olive oil in the pan. I was heating the pan before, so the oil is going to be hot in a second. Then I'm going to add our ground turkey. Okay, a little bit of sizzle. We're going to let it sit, spread it around, make sure it browns a bit. I just want to mention a couple points about the turkey. Make sure that you get white meat from the breast. The caramelization of the turkey will allow it to take on a lot more flavor. Now, our turkey's cooked to about 65–70% here, which is enough because remember, the turkey's going to cook as well. So I'm going to add my onion and some yellow and orange pepper. You could also use red if you have it. I just like the color of the yellow and the orange because we're going to use red later from the whole peeled tomatoes. Again, now what's happened here is interesting. You heard sizzle before with the turkey when the turkey was alone. Now you don't hear as much sizzle. Why? Because the room temperature onion and peppers that we put into the hot pan lowered the temperature of the pan. Okay? It's not important, but if you feel like you don't have enough heat, realize why the temperature lowered and raised the heat. After the onions and peppers soften a bit, it should take about 2 or 3 minutes. What I like to do is add some ground cumin, which has a great flavor, and it's your traditional, very traditional flavoring for chili. Put a little of the ground cumin in, mix around. If you feel like you need a little bit more, add a little bit more. But remember, the great thing is you can always add more later. So we've got our ground turkey cooking. The onions and the peppers are starting to soften. And soon, the next step, what we're going to do is add a can of whole peeled tomatoes. I have whole peeled tomatoes, but in the same vein, don't be afraid to add diced tomatoes or even crushed tomatoes. They all work fine. So we're going to take our can of whole peeled tomatoes, add it to the meat and the onions and the peppers, and again, we're going to stir all the flavors together. And being that I'm using the whole peeled tomatoes, I want to break apart those tomatoes with my wooden spoon, which is going to release a lot of the juices from the whole peeled tomatoes. And again, as we've been doing, we just stir everything together. And if the onions and peppers weren't 100% cooked, guess what? They're going to cook a little bit more here. Any lumps of turkey that are still left, break that up. And as this starts to warm, we can go to our next step, which is using beans, which is a great source of protein, which adds even more protein to this dish that the lean turkey has. What we're trying to do here is give you protein without a lot of fat. And the white meat turkey is great for that. And our beans are perfect also. I've got kidney beans here, but just like the peppers, you know what? You can use any type of bean you want. You can use black bean, you can use pinto bean, whatever it is, we're using kidney. Now, these beans are warm, so what we can do is finish up with a little more flavor. I like a little hot sauce, and if you want, a little salt, a little fresh ground pepper. We'll give another stir. If you want, for color and more flavor, a little parsley. You know, so much of eating, it's not just about how it tastes, which is really important, but trust me, even before you eat it, if the dish looks pretty, it's going to taste that much better. Not to mention the smell from the cumin and the meat and the onions and the peppers. This is just a great, easy meal. Look how much I made in what, 5 minutes? Great one-dish meal, ground turkey chili.